Hello there everybody, Sims Locators here, welcome back to the railway. Today I'll be doing a running session. This running session will be X Big Four, which is the NER, LMS, Southern and Great Western, all in British Railways liveries and British Railways crests. From the early, which is sort of the line standing on the wheel, to the next one, which is the line holding the wheel, to the lines. I mean, it's not very good when you say line, because it's just different lines pointing different directions, really. It's not really amazing, anyway. But let's find out what the first two locomotives are bringing today, which is the NER section. Guess what they could be? I wonder what they are. And so here we have the first two locomotives. On the outside we have Tornado in the writing on the British Railways. This is probably in 1948 to 1949 livery. That's what they had to start off with, just British Railways on the side. Then you got the J50 with the late crest, as you can see, because the line is holding wheels instead of standing on it. Anyway, let's get these two locomotives off. I'll start off with the J50. So it's quite a good pronounced about quite some speed, quite high up the controller, only because it's a very slow locomotive. So anyway, that is if it doesn't cut out. For some reason it does not like that part of the track. So it's about there. On the controller it's about nearly 90%. So, yep, and then let's get the Tornado up and running with her rake of Pullman coaches. Nice slow speed, start speeding up. And off she goes as well. Out. That sort of speed. Yeah, there we go. Enjoy this first part of this running session. J50 is going at a very slow pace, as you can see, some of a very good branch line speed, because they will usually be on the branch lines. And here comes Tornado, good old express speed. That's just over 50% by the way, because 50% is going quite slow for me. But this speed looks really good. But now, in this livery, it's not actually in this livery at the moment. It's actually in a dark British Railways green colour, so it's quite nice. Yeah, just come back from the Norfolk Moor Steam Roller. Right, I think it's time we move on to the next section. Unfortunately, I don't have any LMS locomotives in British Railways liveries, unfortunately, but I think I've probably got well, I've only got one Great Western, which is the Bovary Industries, but it's not really in a Great Western livery, so I might like, oh, hello. So now that's solved the problem, I think I'll move on to some Southern. So having no Great Western locomotives in British Railways livery, so we've got one Southern locomotive in British Railways livery, now, so in 3, 2, 1, now. And so here it is, Spitfire. Number 34066 in the British Railways green. Now this is in the dark colour, not unlike the Tornado colour. It is in the early crest, as you can see, because the line is standing on the wheel instead of holding the wheel. Anyway, let's get Spitfire off with her Pullman coaches as well. And yeah, off we go. There she goes. Right. Enjoy part 3 of this running session. No, hang on. Part 2 of this running session, that's what I meant. Now these classes I absolutely love the Southern Railway. It's just wonderful, absolutely just wonderful these locomotives are. I mean, yes, they can be quite reliable, and because they're also streamlined, so they're sort of smoke detectors. Basically both, really. This is probably my favourite class of locomotive in the Southern Railway. Yeah. I got different class like the British Navy, Battle of Britain, West Country, sort of thing. But this is a Battle of Britain, so it's not one of those. So yeah, just love this locomotive, just the shape and the configuration of it. Right, let's move on to the next locomotive, which is another freight locomotive, steam, and it's a very large wheel configuration. I think you know what I might do. So yeah, let's find out after this train is gone into the Wild West. And we'll find out any second now. So here we have Evening Star with some Pullman coaches. Now I know Evening Star is more for freight locomotive, but back in the day she did pull coaches for some time until they said it was damaging connection rods too badly, so they decided to put it back to freight, miserable freight. So without further ado, let's get Evening Star off of her train. And off she goes. About that speed I should do. Right, enjoy 1, 2, part 3 I think now of this running session. Evening Star looks superb with those Pullman coaches. Looks really, really good. Yeah. Lovely. I mix trains up to make them look good. Although Evening Star is more of a freight locomotive, she's just smashing in those Pullman coaches, because she was one of the only ones of the 9Fs actually painted in green. So really, green is basically for passengers, but black is more of a freight colour, I would say, technically. Right then, let's move on to the final section, which is diesels. So without further ado, let's get Evening Star off and put some diesel locomotives on. So yeah, let's go. And Evening Star passes into the brownness of this beanbag here. So let's find out. 3, 2, 1, now. And so here we have the last two remaining locomotives, which are the Class 55 Deltic and the Class 33. Class 55, not 35, is pulling some Pullman coaches, whilst the Class 33 is pulling some mixed freight. So without further ado, let's get the Class 33 going first. Mixed train of freight. Off it goes. Reasonable speed. And of course the Class 55 Deltic. And off it goes with its train. Yeah. Enjoy this last part of this running session. Already I quite like diesel locomotives, but not as much as steam locomotives. Yes, they're good. I mean, people say they're more reliable, but I say that steam locomotives are more reliable. So because steam locomotives, although yes, you have to take forever to start them up, but after a while they keep going. When diesel locomotives, you turn the key, and then all that wonderfulness is just gone, because I feel like, yeah, I'll put a stop there. Yeah, steam locomotives have more of a special thing about them. Well then, I think that's all I've got time for today. Join me next time when I do something with a question mark on it, because I have no idea what I'm going to do next. Got quite a few possibilities, I would say. But yeah, apart from that, put a question mark on it. Put it down to the chat if you think I should do some requests. Like, put any type of request down the video. So, for instance, I want to see the Deltic with a long freight train, for instance, or I want to see the flying Scotsman with all the coaches, for instance. Let's put down to the chat what you would like to see. Apart from that, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Cheerio, everyone.